players.
I am not gay. I am not gay. I have relationships.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Has she gone or is she here? Kathleen Kennedy's employment status is queer.
What are you doing?
Adjusting your breasts. You fainted and they shifted all out of whack. There.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's really ready to go. Okay, Cecily! Okay, Cecily! Okay, Cecily! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Okay, Cecily! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Okay, Cecily! He, him, they, them. He, him, they, them. Some people just call me Fluffy. What the fuck is he wearing? It's not Halloween. Fucking Cecily! Oh my god, am I bending the head? Oh my god, like that. Hey darling, you can smile more. That's what we fucking do. Fuck off! Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cock. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yard, 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 yard. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yard, 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 yard. It's really ready to go. You're some Hollywood horse bitch. Kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fucking Cecily. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, I'm gonna make wide your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my god, like that. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, you got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Crazy! Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fuck off! Fire, fire, big pants flyer. One of them. So that went well. Let's move on. Choose player. It's oh look, what a coincidence! God damn, I hate this thing. I can't say the word tampon. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off. Fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda. Twat waffle! That's all you fucking are! Twat waffle! Fuck off! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! Fuck your immersion! Guess what? Fucking pronouns! You take everything we love and you just can't help! Shovel your bullshit fucking crap! Ideology into everything! Every single solitary fucking thing!
Wait. Microphone, different microphone, so I don't wait. I've got a voice pressed. Oh, what voice am I making? Am I making a silly voice? Am I make it? Oh, I'm gonna turn into a robot. Hold on.
There we go, that's better. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Afternoon Tea with us. It's me.
Okay, wait. Wait, which knob? I've got my mixer back. I don't know what knob I'm pressing anymore. Oh, yes. Oh, feels good. What else do I... Actually, let's bring the headphones back. Let's... what other knobs do I have here? We got the... oh, boy. So that was the puffer fish. All right, enough. Okay, we're going to go. And then one more. We got one more. What is it? Yeah, boy. Ah. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. And welcome to Afternoon Tea with us. Yes, ladies and germs. Man, fucking hell. Hippie IA mother. Look at that. I need to get shaving. I need to get shaving with my... I'm going to be able to stick this in the ponytail in about... What's happened to my lips? Oh, man, I've really got to stop putting lipstick on before I start streaming. What? When? There you go. Hold on. There you go. Do with it as you wish. Do with it as you wish, as you see fit. Hey, Martino. Hey, Molly. How you doing? Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm back in the
the Orwellian nightmare that is the UK. But I do have luscious lips. Belle's good. Belle is good. The day that I got back, what time did I arrive home? It was a long day. It ended up being how long in total? It was like 26 hours of traveling. Well, I'll rephrase that. It was like a 26-hour traveling day. I can't believe somebody's just super chatted $10 to do that. Okay. You guys are crazy. I love you. So it was a long day of traveling. And I'll tell you this, right? I'll tell thee this. I'm not even joking, right? This is where we are in the UK. So my flight's got an eclectic group of people on it. I think that's a tactful way of saying stuff, you know. It's got an eclectic group of people. And this is a shake your head moment. And I'm coming through, I go through passport control and everything, and then I pick up my luggage. My luggage is waiting for me. Boom, straight out. Yes. And then I'm walking through nothing to declare. There's how can we phrase this in such a nice way? There's a lot of people who don't look like me who just go sauntering on by. And then a wonderful brown lady calls me over. Fucking Captain Cracker in the UK calls me over. Excuse me, can you come over here? Yes. Did you pack your own luggage? Yes, I did. Do you have anything to declare in there? Yeah, no. Any tobacco? Well, I might have a couple of cigars in here, yes. Okay. And where have you come from? I come from a land down under. And I'm returning home, I say. I'm returning home. And she says to me, "Oh, do you live in the UK?" I had to bite every part of my fucking body. Every part I had to bite to say, does it look like I'm from the UK? I'm fucking white. To which, of course, the answer would be, no, you must be a foreigner. Yeah. But I didn't. I just went, yes. I just went, yes. And that was it. That was it. She'd done her work for the day. She'd done her work for the day, so I just got brushed off, so at least I could just get straight out of the fucking place. Straight out of the fucking place. And I just said to myself, well, welcome to the UK. Welcome back to the UK and have a nice day. Oh my God. But I guess I guess that's where we are now. But thankfully, that brave woman in customs hauled over the tidy whitey in the UK. And we all know why I got pulled over. And yes, I did get racially profiled because it's the UK. Because they couldn't pull over anyone else because that would be deemed racist, wouldn't it? In the UK now, it'd be deemed racist if they pulled anyone over from any other ethnicity apart from white. Dude, if she had asked me what my pronouns were, I wouldn't have said a fucking thing. I would have just stared at her. Not even a pat down, not even a reach around. No. Not even a pat down, not even just using the back of my hand. Excuse me, sir. No. Just a couple of inane questions to waste my time. Because I hadn't been delayed if fucking enough. I arrived at the airport and we sat down in his chairs, and it comes on the intercom and says, "This is your." Didn't even say captain speaking, by the way. There was a new terminology for it. This is your head stick pusher for the day. Huh? What? Just say captain. My captain. And they said, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking to arrive in the UK an hour earlier than expected. And I'm like, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. It's a long flight. It's a long flight. So it's really nice to hear, ladies and gentlemen, this is your stick pusher button presser for the day. I'd just like to say that we're going to be arriving in the UK an hour earlier than expected. Which is exactly what happened, by the way, when I set off. When I set off, they said, ladies and gentlemen, we'd just like to say that we're going to arrive in Papua New Australia, Golia, Texas, Nadia, Greenland, Antarctica, Arctica, an hour earlier than expected. And we did. And even when I arrived in my destination, I got through there quicker than I did fucking the UK. When I was going through the foreigners arriving in the country section, the guy just said, what's your, how long are you going to be here? I said, 3 months. And he's like, and what's the nature of your journey here? What's the nature of your visit? I said, I've come to spend some time with my girlfriend. And he's like, oh, and how long have you known her? He didn't say how long you'd been dating. He says, how long have you known her? Now, I am a very literal person, okay? So when somebody asks me a literal question, I give them a literal answer. He didn't say, how long have you been dating? He said, how long have you known them? Now, those are two different things, because I knew Chat's mum before I started dating Chat's mum. So I said, I had to have a little think. I mean, it wasn't a very difficult thing, but I was like, I've known her for about 2 years now. And as soon as I went 2 years, he just went, oh, just go on. Just go on. It was like, I ain't wasting my time. I ain't wasting this guy's time. Look at him. This guy can actually form a sentence in English. He's not coming here for to take our resources, maybe to conquer. I mean, admittedly, I did have a huge Union Jack, which I was sticking down every time I came across land. But it might be he might be here to try and colonize, but good luck with that. We got no money. So I was through there pretty quickly. Anyway, so let's get back to the original story. So I'm on the plane to fly back, and like I said, we get the boo boo. Hello everyone, this is your stick pusher button presser for the day. I'd just like to say that we're looking to arrive in the UK approximately an hour ahead of schedule. So yeah. Now, I haven't done a lot of flying in recent years. In actual fact, when I flew for the first time in 30 years at the end of last year when I spent Christmas with Chat's mum. And that was the first time that I'd flown in over 30 years. So it's a long journey. It's you know, I'm not gonna lie, I do get a little bit of the heebie-jeebies when I start thinking about it. When I don't think about it, I'm okay. You know, I'm sat there, I'm okay. I'm not a fussy flyer. I'm not one of these people who sat there pale. Well, I mean, I'm pale just naturally. But not one of these people that sits there shitting themselves, you know. Oh my God, are we gonna, oh my God, are we gonna. No. I'm cool, calm, and collected. But, you know, there's sometimes when you sort of look out the window and you're like, holy fuck, I'm 30,000 feet in the air. You know, so you kind of, sometimes you think that. Turbulences, I'm okay with for the most part. The turbulence that I've experienced has just been very light. Although I did, this is where this little part of the story is going anyway. Is that I haven't really been able to sleep on a flight so far because, you know, I'm a little bit wired. So on the way here, I actually managed to drift off for the first time. And I can't have been asleep for any more than a few minutes. And I wake up during turbulence. And I wake up in a bit of turbulence where the plane just kind of like dipped just slightly. It's kind of like dipped. And my stomach felt like it had just flown. I got woken up feeling that my stomach had just got flown 1,000 feet in the air. I fucking nearly shat my pants. Anyway. And then you get your bearings again. And you're just like, okay, oh, God, yeah. I'm just in a plane. I'm just in a fucking death tube, 30,000 feet in the air. Thank God. Whew, lucky me. Anywho, so to get back to the story. Poo-poo. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, did I just assume your gender? We don't say that anymore. We don't say ladies and gentlemen. We say meat sacks. Meat sacks that may have mutilated themselves and meat sacks that may not have mutilated themselves. We'd just like to let you know that we're going to be arriving in the UK approximately an hour before the scheduled time. Thank you very much. Have a nice flight. So I'm like, awesome. This is good. So I get up in the air. And we're flying away. And I'm like, do you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm gonna see if I can fall asleep. And I fell asleep. And I must have slept for 4 hours. Which to me on a plane is fantastic. I put on my headphones. I turned them on. Did I have any music going? No. Why'd you put your headphones on and turn them on? Noise cancelling headphones. Noise cancelling headphones. And so it works. It takes a lot of the noise of the engines and everything away. Boom. Fell asleep for about 4 hours. So I wake up and it's about an hour and 15 minutes away from arriving back in the UK. We've flown over Russia. We've flown over Greenland. We've flown over Mexico. And we've flown over Easter Island. And we're now just heading towards the UK. About an hour and 15 minutes. Hour and 15 minutes. Remember, and we're arriving an hour ahead of schedule here, okay? An hour ahead of schedule. So we get to the airport, and that hour ahead of schedule has actually been dwindled down. I don't know, probably due to the rotation of the planet and other such things. But that hour ahead of schedule is now looking at about 45 minutes ahead of schedule. Okay. Still ahead of schedule. And then we start circling. We start circling. And we're circling. And we're circling. And I've just realized we're actually going to arrive on original schedule now. We've lost that hour. That hour ahead of schedule that we're going to land, we've lost it. Near enough. Near enough. We're going to arrive about 20 minutes ahead of schedule now. Ah! So we're going to arrive about... Hello, Jordan. We're going to arrive ahead of schedule, but only about 20 minutes. What? Okay, whatever. 20 minutes, better than a kick in the bollocks. So it's our turn. We come out the holding pattern. It's our turn to land. So we come down, we land. Good, smooth landing. All the landings I've had have been pretty good. And then we start taxiing, and then we just stop. We just stop in the middle of fucking the road. The not the runway, off the runway, but we just stop. Have we gone to a terminal? Nope. Have we gone to our terminal? Nope. We're just stopped. So we okay. Probably waiting, just waiting for something to move out the way quick, you know. And I'm sort of looking at the time, because that 20 minutes is now gone down to 15 minutes early, and that 15 minutes early has now gone down to 10 minutes early. And then we get a boo-boo. Meat sacks that are unmutilated and meat sacks that have been mutilated. This is your stick button brusher. Just like to inform you that you probably realized we haven't arrived at a terminal. That's because there is currently a plane in our terminal. And we are just going to wait for them to move. Hopefully it's going to be quick. Hopefully within the next few minutes. I'll message you back in 5 minutes. Did he bing boo in 5 minutes? No. So 10 minutes goes past. We are now at our original arrive time. Not the hour early. The hour early is now all gone. We are now stuck in a plane, landed, stuck in a plane, going nowhere. And this is our scheduled arrival time. Another 10 minutes goes past. Nothing. We're now 10 minutes behind. No, we were not served any drinks. We were just told to remain in our seats with our seat belts fastened. Eek. So another 10 minutes goes past, and then we get another bing boong. We'd just like to inform you that we need to find another terminal to arrive at. So when we have a new terminal to connect to, we will get back. Oh, for fuck's sake. So another 20 minutes goes past. We're now half an hour over schedule. I'm late for a very important date. And then we start moving again. Hooray! We found a fucking terminal. So we slowly meander up to this terminal. And we can see that there's an empty terminal. I can see out my window. There is an empty terminal. Are we going to go to that terminal? Yes. Yes, we are. So we go towards that terminal. Air hostess, gay guy, obviously. Duh. And, but very efficient, very good. Just, you know. So we arrive at the terminal. Do we get off? No. Why? Because the terminal doesn't connect to the fucking plane. So we're sat there for another 10 minutes before finally, the thing moves and it attaches. Oh my God. So we end up leaving the plane like half an hour, a little bit over half an hour. Oh, past our allotted arrival time. And we've been on the plane for nearly an hour. Just sat there after we've landed for nearly a fucking hour. I get off the plane. We get off the plane. I go to the bathroom because I'm desperate for a piss. I go to passport control. It's not reading my passport for some fucking reason. I am sweating like a Mexican rapier. Because it is hot. It feels like they've cranked the fucking heating up in the terminal. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck puts the heating on in the middle of it? Anyway, I eventually get through passport control, and as we know, we know the story after that with customs. So I eventually get out of the airport, and I'm on my way back to sunny Yorkshire. It was overcast. It was rainy. It was cold. My eyes a bit fucky. I loved it. I loved it. Oh. And I have been jet lagged off my tits ever since. Ever since. back in the UK. So I get back. Belle's there. Meow. Oh, come here. We have a cuddle. We have a snuggle. It's my little girl. I get out the grooming brush and I give her a good brushing. She had quite a bit of undercoat built up. So get rid of all of this undercoat. She is purring away as she's being brushed. Purring away. Normally, you might as well put your life in God's hands when you brush her. Normally. But she was loving it. She was purring away as I was brushing away. Loved it. Loved it. So she'd follow me around. She followed me around for a couple of days. She came. I gotta say, chat. I want to say this without getting emotional. I've been away for 3 months. In my other place with Chatsman, we've got a lovely doggo. Crazy motherfucker. Puppy energy. Schlurpo Mal. Mal Schlurpo. Whichever you prefer. Schlurpo Mal. Crazy dog. Full of energy. I want to say this next bit without getting emotional. Bella's lost. She's lost a step or three. You know, she was. She's kind of. It's a bit of a struggle for her to do some things now. She's 15 and a half. You know, she's already had a great innings. 15 and a half years old. And I've always referred to her as my little kitty, you know, my little kitten. But it was clear to see that Belle's she's starting to slow down a bit. Which is you know. But even though I could see that, she jumped up. She jumped up from the floor onto the PC. And then she jumped from the PC, which is only a short distance, onto the desk. Because she wanted to come here for snuggles with Daddy. And I gave them to her. And then she meandered on back. Normally, you see, once upon a time, Belle would just come here and just go boink straight up. She can't do that no more. Don't worry, she's got staircases, you know, she's got little staircases downstairs, so when she wants to get up onto the bay window, so she can look out the window, she's got a little staircase. I got her a staircase about a year ago. So she can just walk up. And she didn't want to use it at first. And now she uses it to go up and she uses it to go down. But it was pretty sobering. It was pretty sobering to see that you know, she's getting on. She's 15 and a half. She's getting on. And it's just like, I don't want you to go old. I don't want you to stay forever with me. Oh, but it was so good to see her. We've had lots of lovely snuggles and cuddles. Snuggles and cuddles. And I was sat on the sofa and she was meowing and I patted the seat next to me for her to come up. And she tried to jump up and she biffed it. She biffed it and then she's a cat. She was too prideful after that to try again. And I was like, oh, no, no. Oh, pretty heartbreaking stuff, you know. My Nico turns 17 in June. Still getting around great, begging for treats. Oof. Oof. So, yeah, back in the Orwellian nightmare that is the United Kingdom. And it is true, by the way. I had to see if it was true. I might have embellished the joke a little bit on Friday Night Tights. But I did think, right, sure, let's see if this whether or not the UK have actually banned, it's not banned, but have actually put photo ID restrictions on adult sites. So I went to an adult site and yes, boom. There on the front page, there's a green banner now. There's a green banner that appears. You need to verify. To proceed, you need to verify with a government-issued identification. And I was like, oh yeah, here we go. We are now living in the Orwellian future. We're protecting kids, but you're not though, really, are you? You're not though. Any parent worth their salt wouldn't allow their child access to that kind of stuff. That if you want to give them phones and laptops or whatever, then you put on the government. You put on not the government. You put on the age restriction stuff. Let parents parent their children, but no, the government now. Oh, and by the way, now that we've slide this in based on, oh no, we're protecting the kids. We're now going to censor all the videos of the UK people protesting against immigration. Any video out there, we're going to censor that. We're going to censor it. Because this is what it was always intended to be, which was a way to control and censor information online. How long until VPNs are banned? Well, you try that. And I like the way that you can easily circumvent it via VPN. And now the UK government's just like, hey, guys, can you not use VPNs? Can you not use visible panty? I'll leave the rest to you. No, I think, I don't think I will. I don't think I will. So, yeah. The Orwellian future is here. The Orwellian future is here. Oh, on the water. What? I threw the bottle of water to the bin. It hit the bin and it fell back down. And it's an empty bottle of water. And did it just fall over like that? No. It fell down and went boink. And it stayed like this. It stayed on the cap. It stayed. How many points is that? How many points did I just score? Boob. Proof. Right. Right here, look. You can see that I'm not moving. I'm just scrolling in on it now, okay? You can see that I'm not leaving my chair. Not leaving my chair, just taking a photo. Share. Social media. This is on X. I am magic. Boom. I have just uploaded it onto X. Now, I go to X. Has it popped up yet? Has it popped up yet? Has it popped up yet? It's popped up. You popped up, yeah. Oh, some dinosaur, some Dinobot stuff there. Yeah, let's go to my profile. Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Fuck off. I don't want a mic. Fuck off. Where is it? There it is. It's up. It's up now. It's up. Here we go. Here we go. Share the post. So you can see I have not left my chair. Boom! I am the magic. I was trying to hit the bin liner. I've been doing some tidying up. Trying to hit the bin liner. Whiffed it, hit the bin liner, bounced back, landed on the cap. Proof given. Proof provided. I am the Sorcerer Supreme. I am the Sorcerer Supreme. Now, any other interesting stories? I'm back in the UK. I'm on my own. Right, yeah. So I got a little bit of time before I go back. You know, I've got to unfortunately do my my porridge in the UK before I can go back. So I'm very dehydrated. Very dehydrated. Nobody that votes against the inquiry into grooming gangs wants to protect children or women. Nobody. They are cowardly pieces of shit. But it's the UK. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing some stuff before I do my next stint. Boobies. Oh man, I came back to a warehouse full of packages. I'm still waiting for my dead end for my final part of Menasor. I need to contact the people to see if it's been shipped out yet. Actually, I'm going to email them now. What is the what? I just want to make sure third party, yeah. Fans toys, absolutely. Where's whoa. Whoa. Where it go? Where it gone? Where it gone? Where it gone? Oh, there is. Yeah. Here we go. Just a quickie. Dead end. Brackets. Bandit. Hey there. Just a quickie. Whoops. FT31E. 31E. Just quickly send that email just to see, you know. I get a little bit nervous. Not nervous. It's a bit of a grandiose thing. But I got some... I had a wonderful neighbor that took in a lot of my stuff. And then my mate would go to them, take it, transfer it into the house. And I did get a couple of things saying, hey, we've shipped or delivered it to the other neighbor, to another neighbor. And then the other neighbor's been like, So I went there yesterday and I was like, hi, I've got a notice that a couple of things have been delivered here. And I went, hold on. And then they went away, and they went away for like 5 minutes or more. And then they came back and they said, they've actually been taken by another lady and put it. I was kind of like, okay. Okay. So yeah. How would she have known that you had them? How would the person that was taking in the parcels, how would she have known that you had them? Very sus. Very sus. Anyway, what's it doing? Yeah, so I had a lot of stuff, a lot of things arrive. So there's been a lot of tidying that I need to do. Still a lot of tidying that I need to do. But now that I'm back in the yuck, we gotta get back on it. We gotta get back on it. So yeah, we're gonna be doing all of the things, chap. So before I go into a couple of bits of just regular bidness, you know, what's doing what at the box office, who's coping with what and where, and all this kind of stuff. Let's just go through some super duperies. Nice, Colhauser. Nice. I'm still waiting for my Sunstreaker to ship. I don't think they've taken the funds for it yet. So let's do some super duperies, and then we'll get into some other business. Martina Smalnek with a 50 Swiss says,
welcome back. Did I do that in the right voice? Did I do that in the right? Oh, I did that. Yeah, it says, welcome back. I bet you must be really happy to do so. Which is the one that's got the verb? Is that all? This is the one that's got the fur. The Okay.
So Martino says, welcome back. Thank you, Martino. Appreciate that. Very generous. Thank you for a big fat fiddy. Big fat fiddy. Calioth has been a member for 19 months. Thank you, Calioth. And Calioth with a $10 says, looks like no extra innings for Fantastic Four. Wonder how long the recovery of remakes and old stuff will persist in Hollyweird before writers are born again with a personality and studios a desire for profit. Well, I think this is actually I think we're going to see the this is a long term. This isn't a short term thing. This is a long term thing. But I think we are seeing the end of Hollywood as we know it in terms of the larger studios. I think this is really the opportunity for indies to rise, for people who want to make entertainment again to rise. And the bigger studios are just literally going to start turning into remake and rehash. I mean, most of them are already, full stop. But I think that's just going to be what their remit will be. Will just be churning out remakes of remakes of remakes of remakes of remakes. But we'll get on to the numbers soon enough. Fantastic Four looks like it's headed for a pretty hefty plummet this week, probably over 60%. Ouch. I am a hippie. Superman's down in 4th place, by the way, on Friday. Superman is knocked down to 4th place behind Fantastic Four. Bad Guys 2 and The Naked Gun, which was surprisingly amusing. The best way to phrase it. What have we got? Roland the Wretched with a $50. Teddy. I don't know why you always seem to get mad at me on FNQ. All I ever tried to do is help you with your problems, and one of your biggest is being able to tell the difference between a real woman and, well, you know. Only 18 days until my birthday. Can't wait to forget, Roland. I can't wait to forget. Sigh. Shawnee Devil's been a member for 23 months. Shawnee Devil, thank you. Nick XH has been a member for 18 months. Nick XH, thank you. Carl Hauser with a 34 months says, good morning, as my brother. As always, you are truly one whitey that I look up to. You can call me Captain Cracker. Captain Cracker. Keep up the great work, my BBC brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have you had a check on that? Excuse me. I have chat. Jet lag is real. I have not got my sleeping pattern back on track in the slightest. In the slightest. But I'm hoping that after today's session and then Sunday Fun Day, I am going to crash. No, I haven't had a coffee in 3 days now. Haven't had a coffee in 3 days. Oh. It's crazy, eh? That's pretty crazy, eh? Oh, I've had a little bit of the caffeine withdrawal headaches, but no coffee, water. Oh, I had stocks in Starbucks while I was away, Aaron. Holy. I had stocks in that company. Faux show. Faux show. Why is thank you, Carlisle. I love you, brother. Oh, by the way, did you check on that G.I. Joe classified? Boobs. Seen this been doing the rounds recently. Seen this been doing the rounds. A few people have been mentioning this. Here we go. Yeah, it all stemmed from this guy's post. Nothing wrong with this guy. I'm just, nothing. I mean, based fucking thinger. Remember this fucking shite, Starfield. And then this is all I've seen. This is all I've seen. Just me everywhere on the internet again, being at it in here. Yeah, I got a lot of that. I got a lot of that. Starfield. I guess it's coming up 2 years next month, isn't it? 2 years next month, and what a fucking disaster of a game that was. What a disaster. That clip will forever do the round. It will. It will. I knew, well, most of you guys knew, but I told you that this is gonna age like fine wine. That rant will age like fine wine, I said. And it did. It did. It might have driven the leftists crazy, the fucking freaks crazy at the time. All the big 1 million+ subscriber YouTube channels that love sitting on the fence and having that pole right up their fucking asshole might have all come to the defense. Oh, look at this poopy pants man. They might have all got the clicks and the validation then. But they didn't realize how much support it had. How much support it had. And a lot of them have flip-flopped as well. A lot of them seem to have flip-flopped in recent times as well. What's going on? What's going on with video games, hey? Where did all this happen? Where did all this come from? Go for broke with a $5 says, hey, I just read Batman Venom. Was wondering if you ever read it. If so, what are your thoughts? Batman Venom, don't think so. Oh, Batman Venom. Sorry. I thought you meant I thought it was a crossover with Venom from Marvel. Oh no, from yeah. Legends of the Dark Knight. Yeah, Batman Venom's amazing. It's amazing. It's great. Yeah, that was an early story in Legends of the Dark Knight, dude. What was it, like issue 16 to 20 or something? 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. So like 15 to 19 or something like that. 14 to 18, something like that. Batman Hush. The first Batman Hush is great. Great. Good morning, chat. My girlfriend's coming over and I have no clean underwear again. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Dan, you can't, dude. Dan, Godliness is next to godliness, Dan. You can't have reeking knickers. Go commando or buy some quickly. But you can't put on you can't put a pair of fucking minging knickers on, dude. Holy. But yeah, go for it. Batman Venom's fantastic. ABF's black girlfriend. Who's ABF? With a $10 says, where's ABF? He owes me child support. Hi. Is this a gag I'm not getting? Who's ABF? Can anyone explain this to me? Alec Baldwin's finger. Oh my God. Oh dear God. Oh, okay. Logan Johnson with an 11-month membership says, you back in the hellscape that's the UK? Yeah. Should have stayed out, my dude. But I hope you're doing well, brother. I know. Don't worry, working on a more permanent exit plan from this fucking shithole. Too tired with a $5 says, God bless you, Az and Belle. You can't move to the US fast enough. Give Belle a good snuggle from all of us. By the way, what's my favorite part of the US? The tits. The tits. Martino with a 20 Swiss says, Orwellian UK. Still better than your stay in Hong Kong. Oh no. Hong Kong or bust, baby. Hong Kong or bust. Hong Kong is the home of the hot toy. It is the home of hot toys, dude. Nice tits, Lady Erin. Gore Weaver, Ahmed, and Armed, and I did this last time. Ahmed. I've been in the UK too long. I see Armed as Ahmed. Gore Weaver, Armed and Hammered with a $10. You are white and obviously British, so you really stand out among the people entering the country. Not wrong. ABF's black girlfriend with a $5 says, hi, how you doing, Az? Do you like women with 14 kids? No, I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Fucking what is that account? What is that account? Veroni's been a member for 22 months. Veroni, thank you very much. I know Ahmed is AH, but once you've seen it, you can't help it. Once you've seen it, you just can't help it. Aryan with the 40 shekels says, take care. UK's gone wild. Move to the US for safety. ABF's black girlfriend with a $5 says, my hero, my captain. Hi. Michael King with a $2 says, your thumbnail should be back in the UKKR. I know, should be, yeah. Should be something like that. Should be something like that. Chat's mum with a 10 Swiss. I miss Az already. I'm now chained in the kitchen waiting for his return. Yeah, boy. As it should be. As it should be. ABF's black girlfriend with a $10 says, I'm having a good time on this date, Ayaz. But when are we going to get down to business? I don't know why you think this is a date. I really do not know why you would think that. Eves the First has been a member for 8 months. Thank you. ABF's black girlfriend with a $5. And that's when, hi. Yikes. Abe has become a member. Abe, thank you. Oh, Goreweaver, armed and hammered. I got it right this time. With a $10. They have to have the terminal feel welcoming to the new English residents. So they keep it hot like the third world shitholes they crawled out of. Wow! I couldn't possibly comment on that. Rufio6789 with a £5 says, did you get the time to visit Carl Kennedy at Ramsey Street? Neighbors. Everybody needs good neighbors with a little understanding. Helps to find a better day. Neighbors should be good to one another. That's why good neighbors become good friends. I used to love watching that. When I was a kid, we'd get home, we'd run home from school to make sure that we caught neighbors. 5:35 BBC One, was it? 5:35 on BBC One, going up to the 6 o'clock news. Yeah. Paquet Albert Gabriel with a 10 Canadian says, so will we see an escape from England vid like what Gary did when he fled California? Pour la vision d'Angleterre. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Gorbs with a £10 says, always hard to see a beloved pet slowing down in old age. Right. I had a cat many years ago, half blind, deaf, but she would always come to me for a snuggle. Hope she has the best years coming possible. Thank you, Gorbs. Yeah. You know, I've had Belle since she was 3. Full time. But I've had Belle since she was 3. So I've had her myself for 12 and a half years. She used to be a right little rascal. A right little rascal. Love her. Brujo with a 10 Australian says, my cat, Mr. Spock, made it to 15. It may sound silly, but when the time came, I chose cremation and an urn. He's on my TV stand now, just a lot quieter, but he's home and safe. Ah! 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 Right in the feels. Jesus. Fucking Dan Vask, man. Dude, Brujo, that got me right in the feels. I don't know what I'm going to do when the time comes. I don't even want to think about the time coming. But yeah, who knows? God, I hope she's got many years left. Fingers crossed. Callioth with a $5 says, did you see they dropped the other shoe on Sydney Sweeney? She's Republican and living in Florida. Politics behind the Yahtzee meltdown confirmed. Dude, I saw some, I won't say who the fucking scumbag is, because they're all these pundits are scumbags. We all know that. There was one, and they were just so desperate to just turn her into some sort of conservative fucking darling, some like right wing darling. They say it's just like, just because you suck cock, you know. Just because you suck cock, dude, don't fucking belittle it for the rest of us. We never, ever underestimate the power of a great pair of tits. Okay? Never underestimate that. But it's just pathetic. It's just so pathetic. Also, it shows exactly how crazy and insane these far leftists really are. They are just mad. Because if that was a black woman, they'd be singing its praises. If that was some transvestite, they'd be singing its fucking praises. But because it's a white lass, a blonde lass with blue eyes, suddenly it's fucking the next Aryan second coming or whatever. It's just like, shut up. You're mentally ill. You're terminally online. You have no life. You've made no real relationships. None. You have no social skills. You're bored and you're boring, but you're bored. You're at home. You're doing nothing. Your life's meaningless. And you've just gone down a rabbit hole of fucking shit. Fuck off. You fucking freaks. Never underestimate the power of a great pair of tits. Cursed with a £2 says, as recovering from ED, it's up now. It's up. Okay. Scotty has become a member. Thank you, Scotty. These are people who have been members before. They're just remembering. Gorbs with a £10 says, speaking of Transformers, there's a TF Nation on next weekend. Would you like pictures of the toy hall? Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Send those to me on social media. Hell yeah. Glitchman Omega with a $5 says, remember the 2018 Batman Ninja animated film? It just got a sequel, and I can easily say it's more entertaining than Gun, Superman, and Fantastic Four combined. Yeah, it was pretty popular. It was pretty popular, that Batman Ninja. Now, of course, we're getting Batman Inca. We're getting Aztec Batman. Which let's just say is a little bit of revisionist history. Not because obviously there's an Aztec Batman, but they're trying to portray the Aztecs as the good guys, you know, the people that sacrificed kids and women in. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm sure I'm just racist or something. Archer Merchant with a $5 says, if I could get away with it, I'd make a parody picture book called Anxiety with Pedro Pascal. The sad part, Wouldn't have to make anything up. No. It's an interesting I tell you what, it's an interesting little turn that the internet's having at the moment. A lot of people seem to be turning on Mr. Pascal. There's a lot of jokes being made. I see, particularly on Instagram, a lot of jokes being made about his touchy-feely anxiety stuff. I don't know if he's being offered up as a sacrifice, but I'm gonna keep my eye on that one. Disillusion Man with the $2 says, "Hell, you sexy Adonis." Welcome back to the UK. Thanks. I think. Crimson Shadow with a 21-month says, "Hey, Az, I hope you're doing good. Keep up the good work, man. Thanks for keeping this mad Scotsman entertained." You're welcome. Disillusion Man with a $2 says, "Now that you're in the UK, Oblivion streams?" Maybe. We'll see. Calioth with a $2 says, "Keep on hydrating. Glad you're no longer dark maroon." Oh, man. I tell you what, guy, when you got a joke in your head and it sounds funny, right? But when you have to say it out loud, because it is a self, as the kids are saying these days, it is a self-felt. But when I said it out loud on Friday Night Tights, holy shit. Oh, when you say it out loud, suddenly. Yeah. Wouldn't have changed it for the world, though. That was I had actually text Gary before the show. I said, "Hey, Gary, at the beginning of FNT, can you set me up? I've got a bit. That I want to do." And then Gary forgot until 2.5 hours into the fucking show. So I had to trim it a bit. But it was the bit was going to just like escalate until I got to Thai lady boys with massivecocks.com. But because we're 2.5 hours into the fucking show, I had to be a little bit more brief. So it escalated quite quickly. But it was funny. Dark Knight Rider with a $5 says, "You went to the place where every white face is an invitation to robbery. Sitting there in your European home, do you want to go back there again?" You went to the place where every white face is an invitation to robbery. I don't think so. Brocky Man with a $10 says, "Welcome back to your dystopian liberal hellhole. Use this to get Belle some treats." Oh, yes, I will. Brocky Man, yes, I will. High Ping with a $5 says, "I heard a rumor that Lego will be licensing Star Trek. Have you heard anything? Enterprise D, similar to the Falcon." I believe that in October, Lego are going to release an Enterprise D, a Lego Enterprise D in October. I will snap that up. Oh, and by the way, I've got to order my Lego Soundwave. That's up for sale now. Got to get my Lego Soundwave. Yeah, no joke. A Lego Enterprise D coming in October. Crimson Shadow with a £3 super sticker. Boom! There you go. And Brass Monkey. Pow! With a $10 Brass Monkey. Thank you. Dan Vask with a membership for 23 months says, love you, buddy. Or in your country's language. He's a funny guy, guys. He's a funny guy. It's true as well, by the way. Just FYI, it's fucking true. Fiesta Cat with a membership for 13 says, hello, has been visiting England. Your fellow countrymen are all quite nice people. It's been a good trip, especially Durham and York. London, though. Well, London's, I don't class London as a part of the UK. I class London as a principality state. Like Vatican City, you know? It's certainly not British anymore, I'll tell you that. Actual fact, I think Brits are now in the minority in London. I think that's true. That's not a bullshit. I think British people are actually now in the minority in London. Nortrom with a 250 Brazilian. V for Vendetta was a documentary. Agreed. Apart from, they thought it was going to come from the right wing, but it actually came from the left wing, as it always does. As it always does. Right. I want to reference something. I want to reference our own Lady G, Lady Gravemaster, as we're caught up on the soups now. So thank you. Someone really needs to explain inflation to the mainstream entertainment media. Okay, why? Let's have a look. Box office milestone. Superman becomes the first DC picture in years to soar past 300 million domestically. Okay, I mean, Saw is a, sure, whatever. In a second heroic feat, what was the first? No, I'm not trying to be acyclic or anything, but what was the first feat? Are they saying that 500 million worldwide was a feat? I don't think so. Boobs. In a second heroic feat, the film has also passed up Zack Snyder's solo Superman pick, Man of Steel, and will soon overtake Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Okay, so that's what Lady G's referring to. Someone really needs to explain inflation to the mainstream entertainment media. Man of Steel's domestic box office is 403 million when adjusted for inflation, which is its value. That is correct. So no, it hasn't passed Man of Steel. And it's even further away from passing Batman v Superman, whose domestic box office is 418 million when adjusted for inflation. Okay. So we get this gentle chap here. Don't contact them. This is purely for entertainment purposes. Do not contact them. I love how this is the first time anyone gives a shit about applying inflation to this. Nobody did it before. It's impossible to take into account all the variables affecting ticket sales over the years. Yet all of a sudden, inflation is a real important. Actually, it's been that way for a good time, chappie. It's been there for a good time. It's been brought up donkey's years. So with that in mind, because we're having a little bit of a fun time today. We're just having a little bit of fun time. Excellent. As the weekend charts are starting to come through. Let's find Superman. Here we go. Let's find the Superman number, shall we? And if I just bring this up here. Oh, no. There we go. And then if we go to, oh yeah. Let's go to here. The weekend numbers aren't in yet for the biggies. They've just started to do the smallies. So let's have a look here at Supes. Superman 2025. Okay. See you later, hyping. So it's done 306 currently domestically, 228 internationally. So international lagging behind. You can see that it's, it's in projections, but the projections weren't that good. So it's holding projections. And we see that it was down to 4th place on Friday, dropping 44% from the previous Friday at just under 4 million, which makes it look like Saturday could be 6 point something, and probably Sunday would be 3.8. I'm going to speculate there or thereabouts. That's my sort of guess. But as I said, as I predicted. Well, I didn't predict. As I told you, when trends start happening, the trend keeps. And yes, it did drop off by 57% the previous week. Yeah, okay. One thing about this Friday to Friday drop, I've got to slightly defend Fantastic Four here, like I'll defend anything. Look, Superman's was 70%. That's because the Fridays incorporate the preview day, right? So this 56 million is actually what they took on the Friday plus this 22.5. So actually, on Friday it did 34 million. So this number is technically 34 million. All right. So 34 million, then to 16 million, slightly different terms of percentage. So that's why your Friday to Friday is always so high. Wait, who dropped 100? Who the fuck dropped $100? Logan Johnson. I'm jumping back to this. Hold on, chat. Logan Johnson dropping $100. Sydney Sweeney as the best jeans I've seen in a while. Should see her tits. It's funny when Beyonce did a jean ad, she was called Iconic. But a beautiful blonde white woman does a jeans and she's labeled a Nazi and a racist. Ironic how these freaks would go to show their insanity. Well, the thing is, though, Logan, right? The thing is, this is the true hilarity. Everybody, when they say there's a lot of anti-white sentiment, they go, oh, no, you're being stupid. You're being silly. There's no anti-white sentiment. The white people are privileged. There's no anti-white sentiment. There's only white privilege. But as soon as these adverts move away from all this woke shit, these horrible hairy women with beards doing Calvin Klein and mutilated their bodies and all this shit, I would say Beyonce is an attractive woman. I would say it makes absolutely perfect sense for a company to approach Beyonce and say, hey, would you like to push our products? So I don't think there's anything wrong with getting Beyonce to do an advert. But when companies like your Calvin Kleins and your stuff like that, But when Sydney Sweeney comes along, and Sydney Sweeney is hot property at the minute. You know, she's hot property. She did very well on Saturday Night Live, their biggest viewed episode. Why? She's an attractive woman. And again, never underestimate the power of a great pair of tits. So we're all kind of lusting after Sydney Sweeney because we just want to fucking dump loads into her. But the weirdos go on to the, she's a Nazi, she's in it, which just proves that there is an anti-white sentiment. It just proves that these fucking insane far leftists are just anti-white fucking freaks. So you're just proving your fucking point. Meanwhile, in reality, because off the internet, nobody gives a flying fuck. Off the internet, people just go, oh, look at that lass with the nice tits. So yeah, they just go prove their point, Logan, over and over and over again. Tasserin with a 36 months says, loved how you got flush at your own joke on Friday Night Tights. Might need to change your moniker from the Silverback to the Crimson Silverback. Right? Like I said, Tasserin, in your head, it all sounds funny. But when you say it out loud, and you're trying to say it with a straight face, fucking hell. Logan, massive thank you. Massive thank you, dude. Right. Woof. Let's get back. So yeah, after doing that bit of explain. So 306 million at the domestic box office. Here, let's just go here. Boom. Okay. So let's look at Man of Steel now. Okay. So Man of Steel did 291 million domestically, right? All right, okay. So if I was to do 291 million in 2013 in 2025, that 291 actually comes to 291 year 2013 to 2035. That becomes, give or take, that becomes $401.5 million. That's your like for like comparison. That's your like if you want to play that game. And I'm no Zack Snyder defender. I think Zack Snyder's a fucking dickhead. I think the guy's a fucking dickhead, and I think he's well, when he's got nobody to actually do his cinematography, I think he's pretty shit. I think he's a coward. And I think he's a cock. Particularly with I Stand With Geeks and Gamers and all that. Who did an amazing thing to do in a charity event to raise money for the suicide charity because of Zack Snyder's daughter unfortunately taking her own life. So yeah, I got no love for Zack Snyder one bit. But one thing that I dislike more than Zack Snyder are people who want to play these stupid fucking games. Because if you want to play that, because this Superman film this 2025 Superman, by the way, I think this film is going to age like fucking milk. I think it's going to age like fucking milk. And I think it's going to be thought of more in 10, 20 years' time as as Superman Returns, in that sort of vein where nobody talks about it, really. This isn't a film that people are going to be talking about. But if you want to play that fucking game, then Zack Snyder's Man of Steel actually took $401.5 million in today's money at the domestic box office. So now let's go back to this, right? Because this here is also your $227.8 million is shite. And Man of Steel did $377 million at the international box office, right? So let's calculate that, shall we? So in today's money, Man of Steel did $520 million at the international box office. So this Superman in 2025 is less than half. Less than half of Man of Steel's international marketplace. Less than half. So you want to play stupid variety? Is it Variety? Who was it? Who was the? I don't know which rag it was, Variety or whoever it might be, but whoever it was, if you want to play those games, then here's your prices. 401, so it's still just under 100 million behind that, and you've got to find another 300 fucking million internationally. Now this film's already on the downward spiral, so it's not going to get there. And I think my projection of around about 620 to 640 is going to end up being pretty spot on. It might not even get there, but I think it's going to 620. It's going to be a pretty good guesstimate of where Superman's going to end at its box office run. Now then. Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. We called this back in the day. Because I remember seeing this at the cinema and being like, ew. Quite like the first half hour. I was like, I'm liking this first half hour. And then had some good stuff in it. The Batman fight scene was good. The Batman versus Superman fight scene was pretty fun. But the warehouse scene with Batman was pretty fucking amazing. The Martha was... But there's no denying that Batman versus Superman was perceived as a flop at the box office. It was perceived as a movie that missed the mark, to be generous, okay? Not adjusting for inflation. Batman v Superman took $874 million at the worldwide box office. I thought it did a lot less than that. It did $874 million worldwide. Now, we all thought it should have done over $1 billion, but still. And that's in 2016, right? So let's now flip, boosh, to the Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. $330 million. So what is $330 million in today's money from 2016. $442 million. This, in today's money, is $442 million, which, and I'm not the best at maths, I'm pretty decent, but I'm pretty sure that 442 million is a lot higher than 306. But of course, they're doing apples for apples comparison. Apples for apples comparison. Okay. You want to play apples for apples? Okay. I mean, they're not. It's apples for oranges. But they're trying to make it look like it's apples for apples. But yeah, anyway. Let's have a look at this international, shall we? 544 million. So how much is $544 million in today's money? Let's go back to Superman, shall we? 227.8. 742 million. 742 million. So you got to find just over $500 million more dollars. $500 million. So sure, you can play these games and try and cope. That's absolutely fine if you want to do that, right? It's not, but you know what I mean. It's lying, it's disingenuous, it's not giving the full picture, so it's media working as intended. It doesn't make the film any more or less profitable. And Superman is currently not a profitable movie at the box office. It hasn't made its money back at the box office, okay? So once again, sweeping for James Gunn. Why? That's my question. Why is the media sweeping so hard for James Gunn's DCU? They hated Zack Snyder's. They tried everything in their power to fucking undermine Zack Snyder's. So why are they sweeping? I don't know. It's a weird one. A lot of sweeping going on. Whole lot of sweeping going on. But that is the reality of the matter. The reality of the matter is you cannot compare it, because if you compare it, those other films destroy this film. Because this film hasn't done well. And when you're trying to compare a movie that hasn't done well, you're on a highway to nowhere. Now, if they pulled fucking Avatar out today, you know, Avatar comes out 2.2 billion at the box office in today's money, then you'll be destroying all of this stuff, if you know what I mean. But when you're trying to use the movie which has not been a box office success as an example, but here we go. This leads me to this. There's a reason here. This chappie here, John Rocker, TV film critic, content creator on the John Rocker channel, Critics' Choice, Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. Liverpool fan. You can't, whatever. Some people won't want to hear this, but it might be time to stop putting all the blame on studios or creatives for underperforming movies. It might be time to start looking at the intelligence level of moviegoers. Wait for it. Here comes the zinger. Wait for it. You think that's the zinger? You ain't heard nothing yet. Here's the zinger. If a phenomenally stupid film like Jurassic World Rebirth can crush films like Superman and the Fantastic Four at the box office, then something might be wrong with all of us and not the studios or the creators. Well, first of all, I do agree that Jurassic World is phenomenally stupid, right? But thank you for showing us that Superman and Fantastic Four have flopped. Now then, are they good films? You think so, so maybe it's your fucking intelligence. Because I thought Superman was fucking shit. I thought Fantastic Four was okay. Definitely better than Dinosaur Land. But when you don't use all the information that you have available to you, then you sound as dumb as John does now. Because Fantastic Four is what? The 39th, the 48th fucking Marvel movie? People are done with this shit. And to say that Fantastic Four is mid would be absolutely fine. So maybe the person that is fucking, we should be looking at the intelligence of them, is the person that's purposely not using all the information that they know they have available to them. But thank you for confirming that Superman is flopped. Thank you. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it when they throw themselves under the bus. When they get so mad that they actually forget the narrative. They forget the narrative. They go off script. And they actually confirm that, yeah, this movie is actually a flop. They get so mad that the shitty dinosaur movie, and it is a shitty dinosaur movie. Kids love it. Kids love dinosaurs. So at least it was something to keep the kids quiet. But because you got so mad that the shitty dinosaur movie beat the others, you ended up confirming that Superman was indeed a flop. Because it is. Because when you actually let the truth slip out, unintentionally in this case, but when you let the truth actually slippity-poo out, thank you very much for that, you unintelligent plonker. Nortrom has become a member. Thank you, Nortrom. Brian McCann with a $2 says, welcome to UKistan as Londonistan is lost. Xavier Hart with a 2 Australian says, g'day as. Are you ginger now? Sure. Why not? Strigoi dropping a $10 into the chat. Thank you, Strigoi. Aryan with a 40 shekels says, now only God or any invasion can save the Great Britain. Something like that. Brian McCann with a $5 says, as remember Gary said he has room for you at his place next to X-Ray Girl and QBG and across from Jay Beardo Mola. Yeah, I don't think he's letting some of those people into his house, you know. I think we know the two names that he's not letting them in. Justin Martins with a $5 says, you ever get into the Mask series from the 80s of the toys? Just a little, not much. Just a little bit. I noticed that they are reissuing all the toys. They're reissuing, well, not all of them, but they're reissuing a lot of Mask toys, which is pretty cool. DB with a £2 says, no maths requirement to do journalism. Well, to do journalism involves actually doing the research and trying to be as objective with the information as possible. So when you are unobjective, when you want to push a very specific narrative, then you are not a journalist. You are a propagandist. And they're very different things, right? I have no love for James Gunn. I have no love for Marvel at the cinema. I have no love for the dinosaur movie. And there's stuff that I have plenty of love for, but I will report on them objectively. Even if I like something and it's flopping at the cinema, I've got to call it down the middle. I've got to remain as honest as possible. And by as honest as possible, I mean taking the data that's provided and giving the objective response to that, not trying to fudge the numbers, massage the numbers, just giving it to people straight. I cite the Mission Impossible series as an example because I do really like those films and I still really like the latest ones, but they've been a flop at the cinema. They are a flop. They lost a lot of money. Has it stopped me from enjoying them? No. Nor should it affect anybody that does enjoy them. And if you didn't enjoy them, that's absolutely fine. But the truth is, they lost money. Regardless of whether I like them or dislike them. And that's what you got to do. You just got to report as objectively as possible. And so this Superman sweeping nonsense actually just makes me want to keep on hitting this fucking nail with a hammer. Because that's the response to the, essentially just the lies, the out and out lies, which are being said here. Very disingenuous people. And fuck James Gunn. Ted Hammond with a $2 says, how happy was Belle to see you? Very. She was very happy. I was very happy to see her. Nortron with a 300 Brazilian says, oh, Serbia. Greetings from Serbia. Brother, I sympathize. My government is just as moronic as yours. Fucking hell. Takes a long way to get to that point, mate. Holy. Holy. What else do we got going? I'm trying to the weekend numbers are just filtering in, chat. They're just filtering in, but we got no Fantastic Four. We got no Superman yet. We got the Jurassic World numbers in. Should we have a quick little look at Jurassic World Afterbirth? Because this is destroying both Superman and Fantastic Four. So here we go. Jurassic World Rebirth, $742.5 million. This movie is 30 million away from doing the same as The Batman. Okay, if we adjust for inflation, The Batman did slightly more, probably, but you know what I mean. At least we're talking about a couple of years here. We're not talking about fucking 13. So yes, and again, it's down to a much stronger international marketplace. 200 million more internationally than Superman. 200 million more. Look, it's even performing just on the top end. Just on the top end. Just above. It's projected, and it lost more cinemas, lost 310 cinemas this weekend as well. Still brought in another 7-8 odd million. In actual fact, it is yet, after 33 days, it is yet to do a day below 1 million take at the box office. I think tomorrow might be that day. Maybe. It might not. We'll see. Tomorrow might be that day. But it hasn't dipped below 1 million yet after 33 days. Whew. Oh, I am tired. We will do a shorter show today because I want to resty poo up before Sunday Fun Day because I am fucking knackered. I got jet lag coming out of my asshole. No, we ain't got the others yet. We ain't got the others yet. All right, let's just grab a couple more soups then. Ministry of Wrongthink with a $5 says Mephisto is officially the dumbest character in the MCU. He bartered in exchange for a soul that was already going to hell. Well, he's locked it in, I guess, you know. I mean, I could argue that she hasn't even got a soul. Norwegian Kryptonian with 120 Norwegian says, if you divide the box office to Man of Steel and Superman, US numbers, with that average ticket prices 2025 to 2013, you'll find that nearly 9 million more people watched Man of Steel. Where did the audience go? Well, the audience, a lot of the movie-going audience has gone because the movie-going experience is so poor, and the prices are getting so high. So you got really high prices with, in a lot of cases, very poor experiences in the theaters. COVID did a lot to train people not to go to the cinema. It told them to sit at their houses and wait for streaming. It's what it told them to do. And to be honest with you, when you look at what's coming out of the cinema, remakes, sequels, reimaginings, blah, blah, there's nothing original there. Whether you like the film or not, it's irrelevant. Objectively, there's nothing original. If we were to look at the cinema right now, in terms of what's out there, we know we've got our third Fantastic Four reboot in 20 years. We've got our third Superman reboot in 20 years. We've got Jurassic World 7. We've got a live action of an animation. We've got another live action of an animation. We've got another sequel. That's all it is. We got I Know What You Did Last Summer. We're just recording it the same shit again. But trying to... There's very little originality. Okay, Fantastic Four's in now. There's very little originality to get people interested in going to the cinema. Malcolm Tucker with a $10 says, welcome home, my friend. And I'm glad your kitty got to see you again. Use this money to buy her treats and give her a hug from me. Will do. Now, fuckety bye. Fantastic Four drops 66%. Ouch! 66% on the weekend. Woo! From 117.6 to 40. Holy. It does hold the number one spot. Superman's still to be reported. Superman isn't going to be beating this. Superman isn't going to be touching this. So don't worry about that. Superman, we've still got Naked Gun to come. Not that that's not going to beat it at all, but this is a pretty huge drop off. 66%. Yeah, not a lot I can really say. Not a lot I can really say here. The international isn't in yet, but it's at 269 million at the moment. 170 domestic. Ouch. Well, it's 170 domestic on the Friday, so it's still got the Saturday and Sunday to add. But yeah, 66% drop off is nasty. This movie, wow. So we've got out the international 360. This isn't hitting 600. It isn't hitting 600. Well, the problem with the Naked Gun movie, like I said, if you saw it on Friday nights, I thought the trailers were abysmal, and I was actually really surprised at how much I laughed at the film at the cinema. It was funnier than I thought it was going to be by a long shot. It might hit 500. We'll have to see. It might hit 500. We'll have to see. But yeah, the Naked Gun's budget was 42 million. I'm sorry, that wasn't a $42 million movie. That's a ludicrous price to make that film. 42 million. So a $15 million weekend is it's not great because it's got to hit about 100 million to break even. So yeah, it's got to do about 100 million to break even, that film. It's crazy. 42 million, it's just way too much. Way too much. Right, let's see if we got any more numbers in. The Bad Guys is in, which is clocking in at number 2. Jurassic World Rebirth is number 3. Still no Superman reported yet. Eddington is just an absolute flop. Eddington has lost all of its theaters. Holy shit. Eddington is such a flop. They've pulled their cinemas. They've pulled 1,500 cinemas from Eddington because it's that much of a flop. It's only got 565 left. Oh, well. How to Train Your Dragon petered out really fucking quick, man. What happened there? I mean, I thought it was good. I thought it was okay. You know, I thought it was good. I thought the cartoon was much, much better. But this petered out. 611 million worldwide. That really petered out because I think it had a pretty decent start. $85 million weekend nearly. That's pretty good. And then it really, really petered out. Look at that. Never got going. Never really got going after its second week. But yeah, I'm interested in the Soups numbers. Logan Johnson with a 20 says, out of curiosity, are you planning on seeing the re-release of Jaws and Shin Godzilla if they're playing in your area? I'm excited to see these films on the big screen since I missed out when they came out. I'd love to see Jaws at the cinema. Love to. I'd absolutely love to. Shin Godzilla, I mean, maybe, but I would absolutely love to see Jaws on the big screen. Yeah, Superman numbers just aren't in yet. They haven't been reported yet. Neither's Naked Gun either. So we're still waiting for Superman, still waiting for Naked Gun. But yeah, the Naked Gun, it needs to make a lot of money. And I don't think it's going to do that. I don't think it's going to do that. Cole Hauser with a 2 Canadian says, as when you're doing your War of the Worlds crap. I don't think I can bring myself to watch it. I don't think I can bring myself to watch that shit. No, sir. No, sorry, Bob. The Beast 808 with a $5 says, welcome home. Treats for Lady Bell. Blessings all around. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. And The Beast 808 with a 32 month says, aloha, my brother. We've been going through it, but I'm happy to say things are finally looking better and wanted to thank you, bro. You didn't know it, but you've helped me through. As always, remain blessed. Hey, you give us too much credit. Too much credit there. Thank you, man. Yeah. Oh, come on, numbers. So Fantastic Four is up to 198 million domestically. Okay, Fantastic Four's international is in as well. So here we go. Fantastic Four's now at 198 internationally and domestically, 198 and a half, and 170 internationally, which is a better ratio than Superman, but 369 million worldwide. 66% drop off. 66% drop off from last weekend. Oh, wow. This isn't hitting 500. I don't think this is hitting 500. Or it's going to go just slightly over, but it's going to be there or thereabouts around 500, which would be a likely loss. At least 200 million production, probably 150 marketing. Superman definitely beats Fantastic Four. We always thought it was going to, but I thought Superman was going to do a lot better than it's done, and it ain't going to. In actual fact, I'm really interested to see what those numbers are going to be because Fantastic Fours were so poor. Naked Gun's numbers are in. Naked Gun did 17 million domestically. Superman still yet to report. 17. I think Pedro Pascal fatigue is getting. I think it is getting real. Eddington lost. I don't know if you were here, Flash, but Eddington lost 1,500 theaters this week. It's essentially lost all of its theaters. In essence, Eddington's been pulled from cinemas nearly. Eddington is essentially been pulled from theaters. All right, let's see if I can bring up some Naked Gun. Here we go. So we got the Naked Gun reporting in. It's saying 17. There we go. So we got the Naked Gun at a modest 17. Putting it third. They were eyeing a 15, so I guess it did slightly higher than they're eyeing. But again, this has got to hit about 100 million to break even. How this film has a $42 million budget, I'll never know. How has this got 42 million budget? Crazy. This shouldn't be any more than 20 mil. Shouldn't be any more than 20 mil. If this is 20 million, you give yourself a chance. 40 million, you give yourself no chance. No chance. Yeah, they got to launder the money. Yeah, they got to get that money laundering going. Yeah, Seth MacFarlane probably got paid a hell of a lot. Liam Neeson probably got paid a hell of a lot. You know, but still. So Naked Gun comes in third. Superman looks like it's going to hold fourth. This weekend, but what is its numbers? Why is it so long to report Superman? It's not as if it's counting that much. I think Naked Gun will make it through word of mouth. My theater was dying from laughing. I was so surprised at how much I laughed. I was surprised at how much I laughed. Because I thought the trailers were... the only joke that I laughed at the whole trailers was the O.J. Simpson one. And that guy's not even in the film. That's it. That's the only time he appears in the film. I thought he was going to be like the third wheel. I thought he was going to be the Nordberg, but they didn't have a Nordberg type character. But yeah, I was surprised at how much I laughed. And there is one section where I was roaring with laughter. If you haven't seen it, chat, I won't ruin it. But there was one section where I was just roaring with laughter. Like out loud, raucously laughing. It was No. What I mean, not OJ not being in it, you numbskull. the guy that's looking at OJ's picture because he's his son in the film, and he looks at the camera and just goes, "No." He's no, it was the chili dog thing was whatever. It was the log cabin. Let's just say it was the log cabin and the snowman. That just had me absolutely dying with laughter. Do you take into account the theater cut with these numbers? Yeah, like I said, for Naked Gun, the budget is 42 million. So the film has to make approximately 100 million to break even. Because you got to factor in the box office take, you got to factor in marketing, you got to factor in international. So on a $42 million budget, the likelihood is it's got to hit around about 100 million to break even. Oh, that's whew. Okay. Okay, I got the answer back. I got the answer back to whether or not Dead End had been shipped, but no, hasn't even arrived into stock. They're still waiting for my Dead End Transformer to arrive into stock. So at least it hasn't shipped. So I know it hasn't gone missing. No, the 42. That's Variety are reporting a 42 million production budget. That's what they're reporting. So if we double that, 86, I'm only adding 14 million marketing. It could be less than that. It could be 5 million, but I think 100 is a fair. It could be 90, it could be 100, but I think 100 million is a fair number off a 42 million budget. It's the guesstimate. It's as good a guesstimate as we'll get. I think it's probably going to lose money. I don't see it hitting 100 million worldwide. The Superman numbers have crashed, which means they're likely trying to update them at the moment. The site does tend to get pretty hammered. No, Superman's numbers have not yet been reported. In actual fact, this is the last main movie that we're waiting for. Come on, man. Boobies. While we're doing that, Logan Johnson throws another. Logan, you've been way generous today, mate. Throws another 20 onto the table. I love the OJ joke as well, and the first trailer made me very worried about it. The second trailer was better, in my opinion. I'm not going to see it on my day off and hopefully enjoy it, fingers crossed, since I love the trilogy so much. Well, like I said, that was the OJ joke was the only one that I laughed at in both trailers. But there's a lot more context for some of those jokes in the trailers, which ultimately do make the payoff funny. But there is loads of stuff which isn't in the trailers, which is hilarious. And even the like in the beginning, the bank robbery scene, there's some really funny stuff in that which wasn't shown in the trailers, thankfully. Yes, they're making A Quiet Place 3. It's coming out 2027. Krasinski's going to be directing, producing, possibly even writing it. But yeah, John Krasinski is going to be writing, producing, directing, all this kind of stuff with it. 2027. A Quiet Place 3. I haven't seen any of them, By the way, I haven't seen any of these Quiet Place movies. None. Right, I'll give it one. What's going on here? Oh, it's House of Train. I'm so tired. So tired. Jet lag, it's a killer. Steve-O for 24 months. Steve-O, thank you. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like Superman's gonna go into fifth place. It's a possibility of sixth, but I don't think so. But it looks like Superman's gonna go into fifth place this weekend. Unless it beats Jurassic. No, it should go into fourth. It should go into fourth. Sorry. I'll correct that. Superman should go into fourth. Rook Takes Rook has been a member for 17 months. Rook Takes Rook. Thank you. But yeah, we got no update on Superman yet. Fucking come on, man. Come on, I got shit to do. I got to get ready for game, but I just want to grab another hour sleep or something. We'll have to leave it there, chap. Superman hasn't come in yet, but it looks like Superman's going to end the weekend in fourth spot, behind Fantastic Four, Bad Guys 2, and Naked Gun. Which is pretty cray-cray. But one final look. Yeah, we've got no update on Superman yet. I'll have to wait for that. So chat, I'm back in the Ark for all my sins. Massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. Mods, thank you for giving up your free time. Everybody who super chatted, membered, remembered, gifted memberships. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'll be back in an hour and a half with Sunday Fun Day Star Trek Bridge Crew. Until then, you take care. Goodbye, Belobo.